Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Melanie P podcast. Before I go any further, I'm going to give you a little bit of time because I want to make sure that you are pressing the subscribe button. We are on our third episode of 2024. I'm giving you guys all the hot content, how to get your year started. Listen, if you only knew what happened for the past hour with this podcast, you would subscribe. We have a special guest today. She is a friend of the show. She is probably, and don't anybody get mad, but she's probably my favorite episode out of all my episodes because it's so informative for the women out there who are trying to find a man. And there's so many of you guys out there. Nakisha, how are you doing?
I am doing well, but 21 days into the new year.
I know. And you had a birthday, right?
Yes, on the 11th. So Capricorn season.
Oh, look. And I'll tell you, like, I don't know that many Capricorns. Like, tell me about the Capricorn vibe. Like, what? I know y'all are very big in the family and y'all are very territorial.
And I'm not super into horoscopes, but from what I know about Capricorns, like we are hard workers, we love hard, but also if you cross us, it's ugly on the other side. We have a lot of ideas. We like to push people around us, and sometimes it can be overbearing, but we just want the best for everybody.
I love it. I love it. Listen, so we start every episode with a mental health check-in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How is your week going? How's your Sunday going? How is your mental health today?
Good. I am in a space where I am slowing down and letting life happen. Usually, especially at the beginning of the year, I'm go, go, go. This is what I'm doing. This is what I have planned. You know, this is my 90-day plan, my 75-day plan. And for the first time in a long time, I'm just letting life happen and slowing down.
Love it. So no 2024 New Year, New Me vibes?
Nah.
Really?
I'm good on that. I haven't done resolutions probably in like 10 years. But maybe
really?
It's
a 10 or 2?
10.
Really? So no vision boards, nothing like that?
I've gone to vision board parties before, and that thing is usually just under my bed somewhere. But as a Capricorn, I'm always working on a plan and I'm always doing something throughout the year. So I don't look at it as like New Year reset because I'm always looking for something to do something. So.
Yeah, that's interesting because I'm not really big in the New Year, New Me thing. I just try to set goals and my mental health is good. Like I did have I didn't want to call it a New Year, New Me vibe, but I just wanted to kind of have a clean slate and set some new goals for myself. And it did not work out because I got sick and then all types of crazy stuff started happening. But I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really energized. We had some technical difficulties this morning before we started shooting. But you know what? In my delusional girl era, I know that that's happening because it's about to be the best show. And listen, I'm excited about this show because I know I just said that your episode was one of my most favorite episodes, and here's why. So one of my goals in 2024 is to kind of network and, make some new connections. And I am working with Southern Edge Liquor, and you guys will hear about that over and over again this year because I just love their alcohol. And I have met some young ladies, and they are single, trying to find their mate. And every time I meet a single woman, I airdrop your episode straight to them because I know, you've been there, I've been there, and I feel like that episode has spoken to so many people, and it was just so scary to me to hear like my story, from another person, because you know how it is. I feel like people, when they're single and they are dating and then they find that person, they forget like the journey that it took for them to like find that person and maybe the highs and the lows. And one of my friends, she's like in her early 30s. And she's like, oh my God, my time is up. My time is up. Even my niece from last week's episode, 24. And she feels like her time is up. And I'm like, girl, like listen to this episode because that don't even make any sense. This makes no sense at all. But mentally, I'm feeling good. So listen, this episode is going to be all about how to make sure that you're presenting your best self for 2024. One of the common things that I hear from so many women is, I have a closet full of clothes, nothing to wear. I have this piece here that I spent all this money on, but I've worn it one time or I've never, ever worn it. What do I do? And I know I reached out to you because I saw that you were talking about a few things, but you were talking about kind of dressing for your body type and stuff like that. And I said, I need to have someone on the show to kind of help us mere mortals try to figure out our closet situation, because I have a closet full of clothes and nothing ever to wear. But before we get started, we got to have a little twist, a little celebrity fashion rating. And I'm going to use your fashion expertise to rate a few of these celebrities. So I'm going to give you a name. You have the picture, and I will add the picture on the screen here. But our first celebrity, and the picture is for Jennifer Hudson. Now, I want to know your thoughts on this picture, her fashions in general, but this picture specifically, because they were at a basketball game, front row with her new man Common, and I was just very confused by her choice of outfit. But tell me what you think about Jennifer Hudson's style in general and this particular outfit.
I like the way Jennifer dresses on her show. So whoever her stylist is, shout out like she does. Color, texture. I love her show. This outfit, yeah, especially, I don't know where they were, but I mean, overall, we having a cold freeze, a cold front.
Right.
Yeah, so it just didn't come together for me.
I was so confused by that outfit.
Yeah. I didn't like it. And it was funny because I follow, what is it, the Fashion Bomb Daily. And they posted them, but they were commenting and asking people to rate Common's outfit and not hers, which was very interesting. Yeah, because usually it's about the woman, but they were asking about Common. So yeah, that outfit is no for me. It just doesn't look practical. It just don't hit.
It didn't hit, girl. Okay, so next is our favorite bad girl, Rihanna. What are your thoughts on Rihanna, her style, and this particular outfit?
I love this outfit down.
Yes.
Like, just sexy, and I'm all about the wide leg jeans, and then I love a long coat, and yeah, this outfit is it.
10s across the board.
10s across the board. But for me, even though I love her style, I have seen her do wrong. And I think that, or what I see, a lot of her fans or like the style pages, like anything she does, they're like, yeah, she did it. And sometimes I'm like,
she didn't do it.
Like, this don't even look right on her. And then there are other people where I'm like, this only looks right on her. Don't try to say.
Wow.
But yeah,
I like you've spoke before about like the wide leg jeans, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but we're both tall girls, and I used to be so scared and kind of still am like nervous about wearing like big jeans. I just feel like it would make me look like linkier. But she looks good in this.
Yeah, and I think she's like 5'8", 5'9", which is considered
a tall girl.
So yeah, she looks good. I love wide leg jeans. We'll talk about it later, but I didn't realize that skinny jeans are my body type's enemy. And
really,
so many, yes.
God, that's all I have. That is really scary. Okay, Natalie Nunn. What are your thoughts on this whole outfit and just her style in general?
I typically don't look at Natalie Nunn.
Yeah.
But this outfit is not my favorite. This whole look, it looks kind of silly to me. Maybe she's going to some type of like costume party or like a theme party. But if this is just like her outfit for the day or outfit for the night, it's a no for me.
Yeah. And see, one thing about her, I guess because she's she used to be back 20 years ago on the Bad Girls Club and all this stuff. And I feel like she's trying to hold tight to that 15 minutes of fame and that kind of baddies, bad girl era, but she's like 40, 41, and this look, it wasn't even a costume. Like, this was one of her proudest, most recent looks with the hair, and it's given like I Dream of Jeannie. I don't like it. She needs to elevate her style,
Yeah, I definitely agree with elevating her style. That it just looks costume to me.
Very costume. It's just not working. Okay, so Nene Leakes, this outfit, her I feel like her style has evolved over the years. How do you like this outfit and her style?
Yeah, she looks good. I like the ruching. Yeah, this fits her body. I just like her overall style now, from the makeup to the hair. Like I know some people say, you know, she doesn't look like the old her, but not comparing her to her old self, she looks good, and I think she represents for the tall girls.
Yeah, yeah, I like this. I like her. I like her evolution. People have
Yeah,
always come to her and they're like, "Oh, well, you know, she's changed." But you should change. Your style should
yeah,
change as you mature. Your style should match the growth, the evolution. But I love this outfit. I love that dress. I love that color on her skin tone. I even like her. Sometimes I'm kind of weird about like blonde hair, you know, on black people sometimes, but this looks really good. It's giving like, you know, classy, rich. I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah.
Okay, so next, this is somebody who I do not like their music, which I know don't cancel me. Do not cancel me. Mary J. Blige. There was an award show this weekend, and a lot of the girlies dressed up in air quotes, dressed up to this award show. What do you think about this outfit and her style?
Let me say, I love Mary's body. I love Mary. I love her
Start out with the
music.
positive.
I love Monet on Power Book
Hmm.
2. This dress, she definitely can wear it with her body.
Hmm.
I don't dislike it, but it kind of looks cheap to me. But I
Yeah.
don't dislike it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
What about her
probably
style in general? How do you feel about her style like normally?
um I think about Mary with the boots.
Yeah.
This is her style. And yeah, she looks good. The boots with the shorts, not particularly my style.
Hmm.
But yeah, Mary, it works for Mary.
Okay, got it. Now, here's one, and I'm really interested to see your advice and your thoughts. Sexy Red. What are your thoughts on this outfit and her style, her overall style?
Um, I don't know what to say.
She left you speechless?
I mean, she's confident.
Hmm.
I, I don't know what the young kids do. To me, it's a no.
Yeah.
She always just looks.
I want to hear this word. I want to hear this word that you're about to that you're about to say.
She, I'm really at a loss for words. Like,
Yeah.
not that she necessarily looks bad. I just
Hmm.
don't. I don't think I know her and her demographic. I've never
Hmm.
heard her music well enough. Like,
Hmm.
maybe she's the younger generation's Lil Kim. And back then, you know, when she had the pasty, or even J Lo had the pasty, like we didn't see anything wrong with it. So
Yeah.
maybe her demographic, like this is it. But for me, it just looks cheap.
Now that's very interesting because I've heard other people compare her style to Little Kim, but and maybe I have selective memory, but even when Little Kim had her pasty and was dressing, you know, revealing whatever, to me it did not give the level that Sexy Red gives. Like I'm trying to be nice and use my words. Hers just looks sloppy and just cheap. It honestly looks very cheap. Now, Little Kim, to me, she didn't look like that, but she still kind of had that whole provocative, you know, woman, you know, feminist type energy. But it's just different. It's very different. I don't know. It's actually very scary looking at like some of the newer fashions for some of the younger girls. I don't really get an idea of what direction it's going in, but you know, we'll pray for her. Okay, Sukiana. What are your thoughts on Sukiana? This outfit, her energy, her fashion energy, I guess. What are your thoughts?
She's another person that, like, unless I see her on the shade room, like I don't see her, know what she does, or
Yeah,
know what her style is. Like,
yeah.
in this dress,
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it fits. Um, she doesn't look bad, but also I
Hmm.
would say this is style.
Mm.
Yeah, she's just, I guess, not naked, so she has on
Yeah,
clothes.
barely. Okay, what about Chloe Bailey? She's a
Um,
very interesting body type.
Yeah, not another one that I really follow or pay much attention to,
Hmm.
but when I think I probably pay more attention to her hair than anything, because I
Mm.
have locks and I see what her stylist does, like with her and her sister's locks, and they have
Right.
sew-ins and braids and stuff over them. So I more so pay attention to her hair. But yeah, this outfit is cute. Yeah, it isn't bad. Red carpet. Looks like she's at an event. So yeah, she looks good here to me.
Yeah, and this is an example of how you don't have to be revealing to look sexy. Like, she's covered up, but she's still, sexy.
Yeah, just a little slit here or there. Yeah, she looks
Mhm.
good.
I like that. Just 3 more. Okay, Krishan Rock. You probably don't know a lot about her, but this outfit, her style in general, what are your thoughts?
This looks horrible. And this is a great example of not dressing for your body type. Like she
You are
has
right
a
about
flat
that.
stomach.
Jesus.
Yeah, but she has the same body type as me, like the
Mhm.
rectangle square.
Mhm.
So your stomach is flat. There's like no curves, so you need to use your clothes to create the illusion of curves. And this isn't it at all.
Yeah, and she's so young, Jesus. Hmm.
Yeah.
What about Saweetie?
Yeah, another person that I don't see much like in this outfit, like
Mhm.
she looks cute right here.
Mhm.
I don't know much about her style otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, here she looks cute.
Yeah. And lastly, our girl B Simone.
Um, I
Mm.
don't like this.
Mhm.
It looks unfinished, and
Yeah.
you want it to be sexy and show the thigh, but you also want it to train. I feel like you need to pick
Pick one,
one.
pick one.
So yeah, this ain't it. But
Mhm.
I don't follow her, so I
Yeah.
don't know like how she normally dresses. But
Yeah.
this is not a win to me.
Yeah, especially for a red carpet. I mean, it did look really sloppy. I mean, these people have money, so they should really have the best tailoring, the best fitted clothes. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this. And she's another kind of, well, she's not that young, but she's another younger girl. I think that's just kind of trying to find her style. But this was great. This was fun. Thank you for playing this little game. We're gonna get into the conversation. So again, I was saying earlier how what this is a reoccurring conversation. Women have closets full of clothes. I am the woman that has a closet full of clothes, nothing to wear. I have random pieces, but when it gives me the most anxiety when I go into my closet and I see all like I literally just bought a bunch of new clothes, and when I go in there, I don't have anything to wear. So listen, tell me about like your style and kind of your style evolution.
I was like you. I had a whole bunch of clothes, but no outfits.
Mm,
And I would always go shopping and order things online. I mean, just closet tight. And then on top of that, I like the thrift. So I'm
mhm,
like, okay, I might bring home $100 worth of stuff from the thrift store, but I mean, it's bags and bags. So that's how I would justify it. But
yeah.
I looked around and I had a whole bunch of not outfits. I had a whole bunch of clothes with no outfits. So anytime
Mm,
like something would come up, and with me, because I'm always busy and like to stay busy, things would always come up. I would find myself doing more shopping and then
oh,
would never wear the
oh
things
man.
again.
Mm,
Um, and so then I would cycle things out and I would give clothes away and donate back to Goodwill, but still was running into the same problem. And it wasn't until when was this? Maybe around July or August that one of my friends actually started talking about how she was dressing for her body type that kind of re-energized me because I had looked into it before and I thought I had a triangle body shape, but when I actually did the measurements, I have a rectangle body shape where my shoulders, waist, and hips are pretty much within like 1 to 2 inches the same. So what
wow.
I need to do is use my clothes to create curves. And
Mhm,
so with that, I went through my closet and realized like skinny jeans aren't doing it. These
wow.
certain types of tops aren't doing it. These oversized blazers, like the dad blazers, I'm like, that doesn't do anything for me.
Right.
So I got rid of everything that didn't work for my body type. And I was able to kind of start over and come up with the types of pieces that I need. So
Okay.
now shopping either in person or online, I'm like, oh, this is cute or this is trendy, but not for a rectangle and leave it.
Not a rectangle.
A
Jeez.
rectangle. And before I would not, I would like, oh, this is trendy, this is cute. I saw this online, so I'm getting it. And
Yeah.
didn't work.
Wow. So you mentioned this, and when I have been desperately trying to like get my fashions and my closet together, and you mentioned kind of getting rid of stuff and kind of starting over. And I'm like, okay, that sounds really good. I literally just saw somebody on TikTok saying that they did the same thing. Like they got rid of like the majority of their clothes and they just got like these staple pieces. And I'm thinking, okay, that sounds good, but how do you do that? Like how does that look?
So first, you got to be honest with yourself because I had a
Mhm.
lot of items in my closet where I'm like, oh, I used to be able to fit into this. I'm gonna get back into it. Or I bought it because it was on sale and it's maybe a size too small or a size too big, but either I'll go get it tailored or
Yeah.
I'll lose weight. So all of those items, I had to be honest with myself. I got rid of those. So that was probably about like 25 or 30% of my closet. So got rid of those things. Then
So you totally got rid of it, like, you just gave it away?
yep, just gave it away. Like I posted some on Instagram, hit some of my friends up, like, girl, you a size 6, like you want this stuff, just
Right,
come get it. And if you can't fit it, give it to the Goodwill or something. So I
right,
got it out of my closet.
okay,
Then I went through and I tried things on. I'm like, let me see if I feel comfortable in this. And I had
mhm,
some jeans that were like, they were long enough, but I'm like, when I kind of walk, they kind of flip up and I look
yeah,
like a button. So I have to wear flats, but not even like was it like chunky loafers? Like I have to
yeah,
wear shoes that are flat to the ground with these, and I'm
yeah,
like, nah, I'm not comfortable in these. So I
mhm,
got rid of things, or having long arms. There were certain things like where the sleeves. I'm like, well, if I bunch them up, nope. If the sleeves not long enough where I'm
yeah,
comfortable, get rid of it. So
mhm,
that was probably like another 20% of
wow,
my closet.
okay,
Then I got rid of things that were super trendy. Like, oh, I bought this a couple seasons ago, and like now this isn't even in, and I'm holding
mhm,
on, hoping that it'll come back, but it'll probably come back in like 15 years. I'll rebuy
right,
it then. So like super trendy, like one-off pieces, like I got rid of those things. And then the last things were things like that I just didn't like anymore,
okay,
but maybe I had like paid more than paid a lot of money for it. And
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like, nah, I'm
yeah,
holding on to this against all odds, but I wasn't wearing it. So I'm like,
right,
you know what? Let me give these to my good friends rather than
yeah,
just randomly, giving it back to Goodwill.
yeah,
And so by the time I went through all of that, I
mhm,
probably had maybe like 15 to 20% of my closet left. And then from there, I'm like, all right, let me build around what I have left.
oh. See, that scared me because here's the thing, keyword you said it, we gotta be honest with ourselves. So I feel like if I was honest with myself and I went in my closet, I feel like a good 85% of the clothes, maybe 90 are things that I probably should just, I guess for the vision I have for my style, I probably should get rid of. But then that leaves you with so little. So how do you build around it?
So I thought about one my lifestyle, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm a part of several organizations, and like
Yeah,
we have meetings. So like, I need some casual professional stuff. I'm like, I need my dresses because we like to go to galas and
right,
fundraisers and benefits and stuff. And then I'm like, I just need my, chilling, we going to the mall type of
right.
looks.
Okay.
Um, but all of those don't need to be separate things because if I have, let's say, a really good pair of wide leg jeans that I like,
Mhm.
if I wear a button up with it, then I can wear it to my business meeting. But I could also put on like a cute tight tee with it
Wow.
and wear those same jeans, to the mall or to one of the kids' games. So
Yeah.
I didn't have to separate like these are my dress up clothes, these are my even
Mm.
some of my wide leg like high waist slacks, like which I love. And I
Yeah.
found ASOS is good for the tall girl. So I had
Yes.
so many high waist slacks from ASOS. But looking on Pinterest, I'm like, oh, I can wear these with a cute pair of like, I don't know, the style of Adidas sneakers that you see all over TikTok that are
Yeah.
cute
Yeah.
girl look. I'm like, I can wear this with a t-shirt and a denim jacket and make it casual. So
Right.
what would be considered work or business meeting pants are also go to the game chill pants if you just put it on with
Mm.
t-shirts and make it casual.
Yeah.
So
So
not
that's a made, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, not putting clothes into categories.
Mm.
It's like I try to make my outfits more fluid.
That's what I'm saying. That's a major key right there because I've never really thought about that. I feel like most of us, when we're organizing our closet or even kind of organizing our mind around our clothes, we're putting it into like what I would wear here. And maybe this is how I would wear, around the house. Or if I'm going here, we put our clothes into categories. But one thing that I always read, and what you're kind of saying is that have pieces that have like that are multifunctional that you can wear with different like things. So dress up, dress down, right?
Yep, and even seasonal. Like
Mhm.
some of my dresses that might be sleeveless in the winter, I'm like, oh, I can put a turtleneck and tights with this. Or,
Wow.
I can put, a shirt with a bow in the front and do
Mm,
different things.
wow.
So also, yeah, think not only like event wise, but
Mhm.
seasonal. What can you transition?
Got it. Now, one thing you said, you brought up Pinterest. What do you search on Pinterest? How do you use Pinterest? Because I feel like I've seen that a lot on your social media that you use Pinterest a lot and kind of get ideas from Pinterest. So if you're talking to a girlie that has kind of no fashion style and she's trying to kind of like develop, she like for me, I kind of have an idea. How do you use Pinterest as a resource?
You can put in, so if you're thinking about like a certain aesthetic, like
Hmm.
I know a lot of times like on Instagram and even TikTok, like the old money aesthetic, if that's what you're looking for. So you can look for different aesthetics that you're looking for. You can look for body type. So,
Okay.
tall girls or pear shaped girls. So you can go by that. You can find a celebrity that has either style that you like or a similar body type and
Hmm.
look up, see like what they're wearing to different
Right.
events. And so I have boards like for denim, I have for galas, for dresses and skirts. And so whenever I go shopping,
Hmm.
I pull up my Pinterest board and I try to find the look because again, you don't
Wow.
want to shop pieces because if you see a cute skirt on Pinterest and you go and buy it, what are you gonna wear it with? Like I
Mm.
have like the rule of three. If I can't wear this item three different ways, then I won't buy it.
Oh wow. So let me just make sure I understand. So you pull it up like when you're shopping, you don't shop for just individual pieces. So like if you're using Pinterest and you see an outfit, you want to recreate that outfit when you're shopping?
Yep. So if I see, let's say like I don't know, the long denim skirts that are out
Mhm.
now, like
Yeah.
the knee length with the split or whatever, I'll pull it up on Pinterest, like, oh, that's cute. I wonder how that could work. And sometimes I'll be like, how to wear a denim skirt for a rectangle body shape. And so
Mm.
they may suggest, wearing it with a peplum top or wearing it with a tailored blazer to give you that defined waist. So when I go shopping, I'm like, I'm gonna buy the skirt, but I'm gonna make sure either in my closet I have a tailored blazer to wear it with. I also have, a V-neck T-shirt because that's
Mhm.
also good because it
Yeah.
draws away from, the shoulders. And then I'm also going to make sure I have a belt to cinch my waist. And
Mm.
so when I go shopping, I don't know necessarily always have to buy all of the items because some I'll already have at home, but I just need to know in my mind there are three ways that I can wear this at least.
Mm. And tallies for the tallies. Listen, I'm tall. I am 5'10". Um, you talking about blazers and stuff like that, and I have the hardest time like finding blazers that have like that are long enough for my arms, right? Or like they'll fit, but then it's kind of like what kind of tips do you have for like the 5'8" and taller girls?
So I would say you're probably going for the length. You would probably have to either buy or thrift men's blazers and then invest in a tailor to pull it in the waist for you.
Oh wow.
Also, be comfortable with like I shop at Zara for a lot of my blazers because they
Mhm.
do have the tailored look, but the sleeves are short.
Right.
So like I found a tip, it might have been on Instagram where you use like a hair tie to keep your blazer sleeves kind of cinched in the little, how you pull it up or whatever, so it looks
Yeah.
intentional
Hmm.
and not like they're just too short. So either, yeah, get them bigger and get them tailored, or if they're gonna be short, make sure it looks intentional by styling it so it looks like you tried to ruche them on your own.
Oh wow. Okay, tip, honey, tip. I feel like when you're tall, so like again, my niece, she's not even tall, so I'm not sure what she's talking about. She's like 5'7", but she kind of lacks a certain level of confidence. Did you ever go through that, or have you always just been very confident in like your height and like your body style?
No, absolutely not. I grew very quick. So, like in elementary, I probably
Mhm.
was like 5'5". So I was like the same height as teachers.
Yeah.
And so, none of the boys like me. They like the little short, petite
Yeah.
girls. And then I was really skinny. So even when my mom like tried to buy longer pants in adults because I was so skinny, like they were
Mm,
big. So I went through a phase like where I wore dresses all the time. But
yeah.
growing up in Michigan, it was cold. So I didn't
Mm,
like wearing dresses.
yeah.
Um, in high school, I kind of struggled to find my style. I was this height now. I wear like an 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Um, Same height. I was a double zero, so it
Oh,
was
wow.
super hard to find clothes. I didn't become confident in my height until I probably was about 30. Um,
What?
yeah, before I would always try to, I would never sit up or stand up straight. I would always try to, shrink myself and try to, blend in. I
Wow.
didn't
I
stand
would
out.
never guess that like 30. Wow.
Yeah, that's what most people say, like, how are you so confident in your height? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I always wasn't. It just, and there was no one defining moment, but I
Right.
just remember always like trying to blend in or not,
Mm,
I would wear, a kitten heel, or even if I
yeah.
did wear
Oh,
high
yeah.
heels, I would
I
just
went through that
always,
phase with the kid nails. I hate the kid nails.
I would just want to shrink. Like I didn't want
Mm,
to stand out. And I think once I turned 30, again, there
mhm.
was no magic switch. It was like, okay, I'm this height. I'm gonna be this height. I
Right.
like clothes. I like makeup. I love hair. I like to stand out. So like if you're gonna stand out, you gotta put your shoulders back and
Right.
stand up straight. So yeah,
Exactly.
it was over time.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can relate to that because, when you are tall, and you try to like minimize yourself, to me, it makes you stand out in the worst way because
Right.
I love again, I haven't always been confident in my height, but I love my height. Like I love, especially this is something so weird, but like when I would be interviewing for jobs, I would wear a very not super tall, like super tall, but I would love to walk in that interview with with my black blazer on, my black pants and my heels, and like kind of feel it's just a presence. I feel like it's just a presence that we give like whenever you walk into a room. You know what I'm saying? And I when I see girls who are like younger and kind of haven't hit that confidence level yet. I'm just like, girl, own this because it looks good. And there are a lot of people who, I mean, it can be intimidating. Like to me, there's so many perks with like being a tall and confident woman.
Yeah, now, yeah, I love to like take up space, but before I was just like, oh, like I don't want to be in your way. I don't want to be
Mm,
here. But now I'm like, no, I own this
I'm
space.
here, honey. Exactly. You see me. You see this outfit that I got tailored. You see me.
Right.
Yes, girls. Okay. Thrifting. Thrifting. Okay, I had a bunch of clothes. I was thrifting. I thought I was gonna be a thrifting queen. I was just having, I mean, half my closet is a bunch of thrifted clothes that I thought I could wear. I thought I was gonna wear. I never wore. How do you use thrifting with your style and like kind of like growing your closet?
See, now I used to be the thrift queen. Now I
Mhm.
don't thrift as much now that I
Really?
know my body type. And
Mm,
yeah, because I would always say I'm gonna take these clothes to the tailor, and I never would.
yeah.
And I would buy, blazers, denim and different things, and say I would, and I wouldn't, and it would end up being a waste of money. So even though it was
Yeah.
inexpensive, I would buy a lot and not do what I said what I was going to do with it.
Yeah.
So now I pretty much only really thrift like dresses or tops, like for my body style, and I've never liked to show cleavage.
Really?
Yeah, I got a breast reduction in 2015, and I've always I've always wanted to be a member of the itty bitty titty
Girl,
committee. Like
no, you don't, girl. No, you don't want to be a part of this club.
if I could be an A, I would.
No, you
Um,
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I've never liked to show cleavage, but I learned from my
Wow.
body type, yeah, to draw the eyes like toward the middle, especially when I'm wearing a blazer and I'm
Yeah.
cinched. I need to wear a deep V neck, a deep
Mm.
U neck. I
Mhm.
need to show something in here.
Yeah.
So I will buy tops from
Okay.
Goodwill because I don't have to do anything. I just look for certain necklines.
Yeah.
But unless I know, like I'm taking this blazer to the tailor tomorrow. I
Yeah.
just prefer to buy them, spend a little bit more money,
Mhm.
but because my body type, whether I lose weight or gain weight, will always be the same. I know that if I spend $300 on this blazer today, I'll always have it.
Nice. And so I hear you talking a lot about having a tailor. Is that something that you feel like every woman should have and use?
Oh, yes, yes. I mean, there are even, I don't feel like there's anybody who is just an off the rack body type. Like,
Mm,
because different designers and brands, like they design for different body types. So
okay.
if if I don't know, Ann Taylor, like if that works for me and the say I'm a size 8 there, I may go to Forever 21 or somewhere else and I'm a
Yeah.
10 there, or, it doesn't always fit. So I feel like even if it's just to nip and tuck just an inch or two, you always need to have a good tailor on hand.
Wow. So when you're shopping and let's say you have a tailor, would you suggest to like get clothes that are a little bit bigger, or like if you see something that you like and it's bigger, just go like if it's worth it, get it and just have it tailored?
And not always bigger.
Mm,
Sometimes it just may be that they need to, cinch something for your body type,
okay.
or take a couple inches off, or the cigarette pants for especially tall women. Like you
Yeah.
don't want it to look like you're flooding. You want it to
Right.
look intentional.
Right.
So sometimes, like you might buy some pants, and you're like, this looks a little too short to be intentional. But I
Right.
noticed they extra in the hem, so a tailor could take it out and give me a couple more inches. So
Okay.
not necessarily always bigger. It could be longer. It could be that maybe you need to have like some shoulder pads added. Maybe you need something taken in the back to kind of give you more of an hourglass shape. So and then once you work with your tailor will be able to tell you like, oh yeah, the way this is stitched, I'm not able to do anything with it. So then you'll be able to
Wow.
look at clothes to see like, okay, the way this is cut, this can't be fixed. So I'm not even gonna buy
Mm. I need to find a tailor, Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, I heard you mention Forever 21. Now, a lot of people feel like whenever you like what my initial thought, okay, if I go in my closet and I take out 80% of my stuff, I need to replace it with like high quality, kind of expensive pieces because I can wear them with different things. What are your thoughts on like the Forever 21s, the Sheins, the Fashion Novas? Are you a fan of those? And if you are, what kind of tips do you have for people using those websites?
it. I know it can be expensive to just like do an overhaul. So
Yeah.
what I did is the things that didn't fit,
Hmm.
or the things that didn't work for my body style anymore, I just stopped wearing. I know some people have their thing, their ick about fast fashion. I've
Right.
even had some of my followers get in my inbox when I've like shared things, because I'm all about sharing. I'm like, oh,
Right.
I this
Right.
is like $10, girl. And I posted like the link for Shein or Fashion
Mhm.
Nova, and people have gotten in my inbox and they're like, yeah, they have chemicals or
Oh
unethical,
God.
and I'm like, we all have our things, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be the person to be like, oh, you need to spend $500 on this or that. So if
Hmm.
that's your thing and that's what you can afford, and sometimes people just want to try things out. Like I don't want to
Right.
spend $100 to see if I'm gonna like the look with extreme shoulder pads, because that may
Yeah.
or may not be for me. So if
Yeah.
that's where you shop, that's what you can afford, and you like it, I say do it.
Yeah, I agree. And a lot of those sites now they have like a section for tall girls. You know what I'm saying, for their jeans and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So I like Fashion Nova. Now their sizing sometimes you have to really really look at the reviews because I'll buy something thinking that it's gonna fit and then I get it and I never return it. So now I'm wasting money and then it's not fitting. So I guess. I mean, again, I think I just said this. I don't know if this is the right thing, but should you if you're like kind of confused about size, should you always kind of get bigger with the hopes that you can tailor it? Or if you're worried about size, then you should not just get that piece at all.
If you're worried about sizing, I would say go larger and you can
Yeah.
get it tailored. And then also wherever you shop,
Mhm.
over time you'll learn like how they
Yeah.
fit. Okay, I'm an 8 at this store, I'm a 10 at this store, I'm a
Yeah.
4 here, but I'm a 12 there. So it'll take some trial and error. to
Yeah.
figure out like what the sizing is. And then I also look, I can't remember, it might be like Boohoo. It's one of the fast fashion sites. When they say tall, like in their description, it'll say for women that are 5'7" or over.
Yeah.
And so when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's not tall, so that's probably not gonna be long enough for me. So no, I don't even try.
Okay. Nice. So what type of trends are you looking forward to in 2024?
Trends. I know the wide leg baggy 90s jean is like a big trend that's in now. It just so happened that it's a trend and that works for my body style.
Yeah.
So I probably will always wear, even when it's not as trendy, maybe I won't
Yeah.
have it super wide like I do now, but I'll always do like a boot cut, a straight fit. Like I'll never go back to skinny jeans.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to really purchase a pair of like bigger jeans to see because I feel like I have bought bigger jeans and sometimes it just makes me look like just a stick figure. Like I feel like it's just hanging on my body.
See, I think the key, and again, it depends on your body type, is
Mhm.
one, that they're high waist, so they're more fitted and they give some
Mm,
definition in the waist, and then they kind of go out.
got it.
Some I have some from H&M. I think they're called the 90s baggy jean, and
Uh-huh.
they're not high waist and they're baggy just from top to bottom. That doesn't work for all body types.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some need to pull in. And then some people need boot cuts, some people need
Mhm.
bell bottom. So with the wide leg trend, there are different ways to do it.
Mhm.
Also, with me being a woman of a certain age, I just turned
Mm.
52, so I'm not trying to dress like the teenagers with like a
Right.
shirt with the baggy jeans because back in our day we were dressing like imitating like 70s and 80s style.
Yeah.
Kids
Yeah.
these days are going to like the 2000s style.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, that whole baggy look doesn't work because it doesn't give me any shape. So when I wear the wide leg or the baggy jeans, I'll either have on a tighter fitting top with either, some type of cleavage showing,
Yeah.
or I'll wear like a fitted blazer, but I can't do baggy and baggy. So it may just be playing around with your proportions.
Got it. So you talked about kind of what trends that you kind of were looking forward to and that you like. What are some trends that you wish would just go away or just never even started? There's so
Um,
many, girl. I'm thinking of so many.
I don't know if it's necessarily a trend, but
Mhm.
like I have on right now the TikTok viral bodysuit. It's a
Okay,
brand called OQQ. Like I don't
I've
wear
seen that.
the little sleeve part. Like this part is annoying to me.
Yeah,
But even being a tall girl, like without it is still wrong.
yeah.
I think this can work for anybody.
Mhm.
And it's in style, and a lot of women just wear bodysuits alone, but you do need to be cognizant of your body type. Like I would never wear this out alone because I just look like a string bean. It doesn't do
Mm,
anything for my body type.
right.
So when I wear it, I accessorize it. I'm either wearing it with a blazer, I'm tying
Mhm.
something around my waist. So I don't necessarily think it's a trend that goes away. I think that people need to learn how to make trends work for their body style, for their shape. I don't want to sound ageist and say for their age, but sometimes
Right.
like I see people, women, um, you can tell that they're trying to keep up maybe like with their daughters, or it just
Mm.
it, it just don't
Get
hit.
off the stage. Like my mom always says, girl, get off the stage and let your daughter be on the stage.
Yeah,
All
and it's
right.
just like, if there's a newer trend that the younger kids are doing, you can do it, but just make
Mhm.
sure you do it for your body type and your style. So yeah, I would never wear this out alone. Some women who have like the apple or pear shape can do it, but I know enough about me to know that I can't.
Yeah. So do you have any celebrities that because I feel like you're very into like maybe not as much trends but kind of your body type and just kind of what you like, but are there any celebrities or influencers or anybody that you really love their style?
Issa Rae has a rectangle shape, so I look at her and how she styled, and I noticed that there'll be like a lot of ruching, and she'll do shoulder pads. She does lots of color, so I really look at her for dressing
Inspiration.
for your body type. On Instagram, like I'll follow women who may or may not have my body type just because I like their style. and then I'll just figure out like how to do it for my body type. I
Mm.
love the way Fantasia has been styled. Like
Oh
her,
my God. Ugh,
like Fantasia style and
gorgeous.
her stylists, like they don't miss.
They never miss.
Yes, so Fantasia is probably like my best dressed celebrity crush right now.
Right. Do you know who her stylist is?
I follow him. I can't remember his name.
Huh.
It's 1800 Hawk is the Instagram name. So
Oh,
yes.
wow.
And then
Oh.
there's another stylist, Jay Bolin.
Mhm.
Uh, he dresses Michelle Williams, Sarah Jakes,
Okay.
and what's the other girl from Destiny's Child with the short blonde cut? He has her looking really good too.
Huh.
Latoya Luckett.
Oh, Latoya Luckett, yeah. Yeah,
He
she,
dresses.
I saw her this weekend. Well, I didn't see her personally, but I saw her on Instagram this weekend. And she had I love her hair. I love her haircut. I think that was a very bold statement to kind of cut her hair off and kind of, I feel like she kind of rebranded herself and it looks very classy, very different. It's not kind of cookie cutter as far as going along with how everybody in Hollywood looks. It's kind of, it's giving like, this is my own personal style. I think it looks really, really, really good on her.
Yeah.
So tell me this. So you mentioned boho. I've heard you mention ASUS. Like, what would be your top three like favorite places to shop?
Mm, I would say right now, because it
Mhm.
always changes. Um, Express. I'm loving the like body contouring body suits that they have. Like I
Okay.
have the turtleneck. I have several of the shirts, and they have like V-neck. They have the square neck, and they like really, really pull you in. So like I love
Mm,
Express for that. I love ASOS. Like
mhm.
all of my pants, denim, high waist, all of those are from ASOS. A lot of my blazers too, because the sleeves are long enough.
Yeah.
And I love Zara. Like the sleeves aren't long, but like their blazers cinch you in. And then I love their accessories. I have a lot of belts,
Really?
oversized earrings, necklaces. So I would say those are probably my top three right now.
Hmm. And it's so funny. I heard you mention belts a couple of times. I don't even think I own a belt. Like, I don't
I
even think I
didn't
own a
before.
belt.
I did
Oh
not before. I would, yeah, I'm like, I mean, my pants fit, but yeah,
yeah.
I have all types of belts. One, adding visual interest to the waist area. It helps break an outfit up. It also adds variety. Like sometimes I'll do a belt on top of a blazer, which I would have never done before.
Mm.
Yeah, I have all types of belts. I've even worn them like with some of my more formal dresses, like for galas, like for the holiday
Mhm.
season. It really just like pulls you in. And for
Wow.
me, I really need the bottom half to look full and fluffy.
Mhm.
So when that brings you in, especially if you have on a dress or a skirt, it helps the bottom half look more fluffy. So yeah, belts are my best friend.
Wow. Like I'm thinking, wow, I feel like such a kid because I'm like, I don't even own a belt. I don't even own a belt. I need to go get a belt. Do you feel like social media is like helping fashion or hurting fashion? Like, do you think social media has a huge impact on like fashion?
Oh, it definitely does because
Mm,
we're all connected in ways that we weren't before. You can see people from all over the world. You see, your favorite celebrities. You can see them like on a daily basis, what they're wearing when they're kicking it. You have your Instagram stylists and fashionistas. Then you have just like your everyday people where I'm like, oh, she's tall. Like, what does she wear?
yeah.
Ooh, I want to try that. This was a red carpet look. So I think that it helps fashion in that we're able to get ideas and
Mm,
try different things. And then you have people, who will tell you exactly where to go to purchase the things. So,
yeah.
yeah, I definitely think social media helps with fashion, even though, sometimes we do things that, we probably shouldn't because it's like, that wasn't for you, girl.
Yeah.
Leave that on the internet. But at
It might
least
work for them, but it don't work for you.
right.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna close this last question. Well, two more questions because I asked a poll on my Instagram and I got some interesting answers. What are some common mistakes that you think women make when it comes to fashion?
Common mistakes. I would say not understanding, and I keep talking about body type, but it
Yeah.
has saved my closet's life.
Wow.
It has made me more confident, not dressing
Wow.
for their body type, not altering a trend, not making a trend work for you. You'll see a trend and just take it for what it is, but sometimes it's
Mm.
well, maybe I can do the wide leg trend, but mine don't need to be as wide because of my body.
Right.
So you can
Right.
do it, but you need to interpret it. And then I think being tied to or married to certain items, like because I paid a lot for this, or because this is a certain
Right.
brand, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to keep wearing it, or because this is viral right now and it works for everybody else, it's got to work for me. So, sometimes in fashion, like you have to go against the grain and be like, yeah, all the
That's so
girlies are
true.
wearing this, but it doesn't work for me, or I have to
Right.
do it this way.
Yeah, and be honest with yourself. I feel like as women, sometimes we're not honest with ourselves and like how something looks on our body, or like you said, I'm so used to wearing these skinny jeans. I'm thinking this looks good, but sometimes you got to kind of take a step back and really be honest with yourself. Stop getting clothes where you're hoping you're going to lose this weight, or stop getting clothes where you're spending all this money on this one piece and now you don't have nothing else to wear because you have that one piece and now it's ridiculous. I had a poll on my Instagram and I was asking some of the girls, what did they think like their top three kind of staple pieces were that every woman's closet needed. And I had some interesting answers. Like, what do you think like staple pieces that every woman should have in her closet?
I would say undergarments, body shapers, no matter what size you are.
Mhm.
It helps pull everything together.
Right.
A good fitting bra. Because a lot of times you can have expensive clothes, you can have things that are trendy, but if you don't have the under pieces,
Mm.
then it doesn't come together. And you're like,
Right.
I just look wrong. Like, what is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Or a lot of times we'll think, oh, I'm a size 6 or I'm a size 4. Like, I don't need Spanx. Yes, you do. Everybody
Mm.
needs a good,
Really?
you need a good base
Okay.
to pull everything together, have everything looking smooth. Because to me, it's about the fit. Like, a lot of times when you look at people who have a lot of money, they're not logoed out or they're not wearing
Right.
things that are expensive. They're
Yeah.
wearing things that are quality and that fit well.
Right.
So I would say undergarments, one item that just like is tailored to you, almost like it was custom made for you.
Wow.
Whether it's a blazer, a good pair of jeans, even like a quality $90 t-shirt, something that
Mm.
fits and that you're comfortable in. And then I would say a good fitting pair of jeans, whether you're tall or short, because I've seen short women with jeans that you can tell like are just too long, even
Wow.
with heels. They're still dragging the ground. So something that really fits your body type.
Wow. I love that. Listen, thank you so much for coming on this episode. We're trying to get these women, myself included, going in 2024. We have given you so many tips. Listen, Nakisha, tell the viewers where they can find you and if you have anything coming up.
Yes, I am on Instagram, Nakisha Procope. I would say I'm not a stylist, so don't ask me to style
We
you.
don't have to book you for.
I know I know about body types, but I'm no expert. But on my page under body types,
Yeah.
there's a calculator that I have a link to that I found on Pinterest. So you can click that link and figure out what your body type is, and from there go to Pinterest and search pear or apple or rectangle,
Yeah.
or whatever you are, and that will definitely help you to change your life like it did mine.
Ooh, change your life. That's a strong statement, girl. That's a change my I need my life change with my
Yes.
closet in 2024. What is your Instagram handle?
Is it the Nakisha Pro? I think it's just Nakisha Procope. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Nakisha Procope.
Perfect. And I will have that also in the description so you guys can follow her and get her tips. This has been a great episode. I need to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you're following Nakisha. Make sure that you're following the That Scary podcast. We have so many things coming this year, and we're excited to share it with you guys. Nakisha, any closing remarks before we end?
I will say that the most expensive jeans that I've ever bought were from Aeropostale last year, and
Uh-huh.
the only time that I've worn them is when I was on your show. I have not touched those jeans again, and
Why?
I don't know. Like
Did you
they
give them
are
away or did you keep them?
I still have them because I paid $200 for them, and I'm telling y'all to get rid of stuff. But
Oh
I
my
have
God.
them. I have lost weight, so they are a little big, and I'm going back to work. I need to talk to my tailor because not everything can be tailored. Because sometimes
Right.
they take things in the waist, it's gonna take away from the length.
Yeah.
And these are called palazzo pants. So like they're so wide that when you're walking, they
Yeah, I
look,
remember those.
yeah, they look like a skirt. So I'm like, if I take them in the waist, they might flood. So now I might need to find one of my friends that's like,
I'm sure that will not be hard for you to find a friend that'll get your clothes, girl. Oh my God.
that can fit them. But yes, so don't make the mistake that I did. I don't know, maybe talk to a friend or wait 3 weeks to get on them. But yes, I wore those pants one time.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that outfit that you had on, and I'm gonna link that episode here because again, I keep pushing that episode to the women. Was that something that you found on Pinterest or like that? Was that a scarf? Like what was that?
Yeah, so it was a turtle. It was a fitted turtleneck, but again, because I need definition in my waist, the fitted turtleneck just didn't do it for me. So it was just a satin scarf that I found at Goodwill, and I just tied it around so that it would cinch me. And it actually that outfit, I'll see if I can find it. Michelle Obama wore a similar outfit, so she was my style inspiration.
Oh wow.
And so I just pulled it together with the palazzo pants and a scarf from Goodwill.
Jesus, girl, you need to start your little business, helping people and pulling their looks together, girl. There's money to be made. I'm just trying to tell you.
Right.
Listen, guys, we will see you next week. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and follow us, guys. Thank you so much for listening.